Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation with a fascinating topic, the power of detachment. This is the first of 7 slides, and it sets the stage for understanding how detachment can actually be a source of strength. We'll explore what detachment really means, how it's often misunderstood, and how it can help us reclaim our energy, dignity, and clarity. So, let's dive in and discover how mastering detachment can transform our lives. Let's explore why attachment can feel so overwhelming and intense. Attachment isn't just about liking someone or feeling attracted. It's a much deeper emotional reliance. When we're attached, our sense of peace and self-worth often depends on external validation from that person or thing. You might find yourself waiting anxiously for their texts, overthinking every single word they say, or feeling anxious when responses don't come quickly enough. This isn't simply liking someone, it's handing over your sense of worth to another person. And as Selma reminds us, people can sense when we're clinging too tightly. That energy isn't attractive. It actually feels heavy, suffocating, and can push others away. Here's the paradox. The more we try to hold on tightly, the faster that attachment slips through our fingers. The tighter you grip, the more elusive it becomes. Recognizing this is a key step in understanding how attachment works and how to let go of that need for constant reassurance. Let's explore the difference between attachment and manifestation. Many people get these two concepts mixed up. They often think that just repeating affirmations, creating vision boards, or constantly visualizing will automatically attract what they want. But Selma points out a really important truth. Manifestation is actually about alignment, not desperation. It's not about forcing or chasing after something. Instead, you attract what you are, not just what you say you want. Now, a key idea here is that energy vibrates. If your energy is filled with fear, lack, or obsession, that's what you're reinforcing. You're essentially sending out a signal that says, "This is what I don't have," and that's what you'll get more of. True manifestation, on the other hand, is calm. It's about peaceful readiness. It's when your nervous system, your thoughts, and your emotions are all aligned with trust. Instead of begging or clinging to something, you radiate certainty, a deep trust that what is meant for you will come. And if it doesn't, you remind yourself that you are still whole, complete, and enough regardless. So the real power lies in cultivating a calm, trusting energy rather than desperation. That's how true manifestation happens. Letting go isn't just about a single moment. It's a process that unfolds over time. We often struggle not because what we lost was truly irreplaceable, but because of a few common reasons. First, there's the idea of familiarity versus rarity. Our minds tend to confuse what's familiar with what's rare or valuable. We think that because something is familiar, it must be special or worth holding onto. Next, there's the survival mode we get stuck in. Our nervous system perceives loss as a threat, and it believes that without this person, job, or situation, we might never get another chance. That's why it feels so urgent and hard to let go. Our brains are trying to protect us, even if that protection keeps us stuck. Then there's the loss of self. We often equate losing something external with losing part of ourselves. But really, what we cling to is usually a symbol, proof of our worth, our security, or our identity. When we practice detachment, it's like a mental detox. It helps us see that what we thought was everything was really just what we had gotten used to. Recognizing this can be freeing, helping us understand that letting go isn't losing everything, it's clearing space for something new. Let's explore the 5 stages of detachment that Selma outlines, which really mirror the emotional journey we go through when letting go. First, there's acknowledgement. This is about honestly admitting the pain instead of pretending it doesn't matter. It's about facing our grief head-on, acknowledging that what we're feeling is real and valid. Next is self-inquiry. Here, we ask ourselves, why am I so attached? This step helps us realize that our attachment isn't just about the person or thing itself, but often about the identity and validation we associate with it. It's a deeper look into our own emotional needs and patterns. Then comes processing. At this stage, the pain begins to soften. We start to see lessons, growth, and clarity within the loss. It's a pivotal moment where our perspective shifts from pain to potential insight. Following that is creative action. This is where we begin to move forward, not to distract ourselves, but from a genuine, clean energy. We create, explore, and rebuild, which helps us reconnect with our purpose and resilience. Finally, we reach freedom. At this stage, the memory no longer controls us. We remember without emotional spikes, and we reclaim peace, clarity, and a calm strength. These stages are essential because they show us that detachment is a process, one that leads us back to ourselves, stronger and more centered. Let's talk about some practical steps to detach. First, detachment isn't just an abstract idea, it really requires action. So one of the most important things you can do is to cut the supply. Stop checking updates, rereading messages, or leaving the door half open emotionally. Mute, block, delete if necessary. Do what you need to protect your peace. Next, stop searching for cleaner explanations. Often, we think answers will bring healing, but what we really need is acceptance. Replaying the story keeps us tied to it, so shifting focus away from trying to understand everything can help us move forward. Now direct your energy elsewhere. Obsession is a habit we can rewire. Instead of dwelling on what's bothering us, channel that focus into new inputs, your health, your work, your creativity. This shift can be transformative. And here's a key point: romanticize peace. Train your mind to see stillness and clarity as something exciting and attractive. When you start viewing calmness as more appealing than chaos, detachment becomes easier. Finally, detach while it still hurts. True detachment isn't about waiting for feelings to fade. It's about resisting the urge to hold on while those feelings are still intense. It's in that resistance that real detachment begins to take shape. So, as we come to the conclusion, I want to emphasize that detachment isn't about becoming cold or distant. It's really about gaining clarity, about seeing things for what they are without the distortion of our emotions. It's a discipline, a practice of choosing yourself, especially when your feelings are telling you to do otherwise. It's about saying, I will not betray myself just to keep what drains me, and that's such a powerful shift. The ultimate freedom isn't about forgetting or suppressing those experiences. It's about remembering without pain, staying whole and steady whether the person, the job, or the dream stays or leaves. That's true resilience. When we learn to detach, we stop chasing after things that aren't meant for us. And in that stopping, we discover our true power, the power of being whole, grounded, and unshakably ourselves. That's the core message I want you to take away. Detachment isn't about losing anything. It's about gaining the clarity and strength to be fully yourself, no matter what life brings.